page 14 now. All right. You want to solve and sketch. What does sketch mean? Oh, come on, you didn't forget. What's sketch mean? Draw. Well, with a ruler, but, you know, roughly. Yeah. So what we want to do is solve and sketch quadratics. So the first example, let's say I want to sketch y equals x squared plus x minus 1. Now, there are many ways you could sketch. The first way is not really the way you want to do it in the exam, but you can. So you can use a table to sketch it. So what you do is you take some values for x and some values for y. So you could go, okay. I don't know. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Something like this. This is not the best way to do it, but it will work. Okay, so if I put in minus 4, let me see, I'll get 16. Minus 4 is 12. Minus 1, 11. Minus 3 squared is 9. Minus 3, 5. No? Yes? Is it? 3 squared, 6. Yeah. Minus 2 squared is 4 minus 1. Yeah. Minus 1. No. Maybe. 1 minus, minus 1. And this is minus 1 again. And then this is 1. 5. 11. Oh my goodness. If I hear Chinese again, somebody is going to get hurt. Really, if I hear Chinese again, somebody's getting hurt. Maybe the person who spoke Chinese, maybe the person nearest to me. Somebody's getting hurt. All right, there was a question? No? All right. So, you know, you can draw this and you can have x and you can have y and you can see that it goes up to, you know, we could just very, very roughly draw this. It's ugly, I know. It's here at minus 1 and at 1, 1 as well. So, no, too ugly. So I try that again. 0 is minus 1 and minus 1 is also minus 1. So that's the same. 1 is 1 and minus 2 is 1. Yeah, so it's going to be like this. This type of graph. When you put the points on it. But why don't you do it this way? Like, what's wrong with this? It works, so what's wrong with it?
Sometimes if you don't have turning point, you may like pick any numbers.
Well, firstly, how to pick the numbers. Yeah, so like here I picked good numbers, but maybe I picked bad numbers. Maybe I picked like maybe the graph isn't here. Maybe the graph is over here. That's the first thing. Anything else that's a problem? What? That's my pen. Of course it's not minus 4. Is that better? Yeah, alright. What else is a problem? Maybe you only have one part of it. And also, you know, it takes a long time too. You know, if this was something more difficult. Yeah, and it's a sketch, so it shouldn't take a long time. You know. Anyways, this is only do this if you have no idea what else to do. This is like the emergency way to do it. Yes? Okay. So let's see a better way to do this. Okay. So before we talk about sketching, we should talk a little bit about solving. So for example, say I say solve 6x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals 0. So here I want to find the x that makes this 0. So one method you could use is factorizing, if the factors are easy to find. Well, the 3 here means it's going to be 3 and 1 at the back. Has to be. Right? This 3 here.
Yeah.
The question now is what to put at the front. I think maybe not 3 and 2, 6 and 3 is 9. No, maybe not 6 and 1. No, maybe just 3 and 2. Now the question is which way? Do we put the 3 here and the 2 here? So this would make a 9 and a 2. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
We just need to pick the right signs. So this would be a 9 minus here and plus here, like this. This looks like it would work.
Yeah.
This would make 6. This makes minus 3. This makes 9x. Minus 2x is the 7x. So this works. Okay. So I know that this multiplied this equals 0. Now if you have A multiplied B equals 0, it means that A must equal 0 or B must equal 0. That is the only possibility. The only possibility. There is one other possibility, A equals 0 and B equals 0, but this is impossible here. Why is it impossible? Not because of that. Why do you think this is impossible? Well, yeah?
Plus x squared.
No, that's what she said.
The x is not the same.
That's it, yeah. You can't use whatever x you use here to make this 0, you can't use the same x here, because these must have the same value. So it's impossible to have both of these 0 at the same time. Anyways, that is not so important to worry about. What's really important to know is if you have A multiply B, you must have A equals 0 or B must equal 0. So this is like the A part multiplying the B part. So your choices are 3x minus 1 equals 0 or 2x plus 3 equals 0. So you have x equals 1 over 3 or x equals minus 3 over 2. Now this is why I was saying it's impossible to have an and here, because then there'd be an and here. Could x equal this and equal this? No. So just please be careful with the or and the and. Okay? This is good. This is bad. Yeah? X equals boy or x equals girl. X equals boy and x equals girl. Oh, interesting. Impossible. Okay? Doesn't happen in maths. Okay. So this is solving by using factors. Can you always do it this way? Is it always possible to do it this way? What do you think? No. It only works if these numbers are nice, if they're easy to find. Okay? Alright, so write this one down. We'll have a look at another way to do it. Okay, you have this? Yeah. I see people writing. Can I go down? Yeah? Not yet? No? So we used factors to find the x. What else do you think we could use? I give you a clue. You did it today. That's right, completing the square. Yeah. So let's have a look at one like that. Can I go down now? Yeah. So let's solve this, but by using completing the square. Okay. So we have x plus what here? 3 squared, and then minus 27 minus 9 is minus 36. Now what's next? What will we do next? Yeah?
X plus 3 squared equals 30.
Yeah, so we bring the 36 to the other side. Yeah. So you have x plus 3 squared equals 36. What's next? Give me the verb. What's this called? Hang on. No, that's the noun. Root. Yes. Yes. You square root both sides. So we root the left and we root the right. So we have x plus 3 equals 6. But I forgot something. Yeah, it's actually plus or minus 6. Both possibilities here. So this means you get x equals minus 3 plus or minus 6. So if we do the minus first, we have x equals minus 9 or 3. So these are the two answers here. Yeah. So write this method down as well. Copy this. What do you think? Does this one always work? Commit to an answer. Are you going to say yes or no? So let me put it like this. If there is an answer, will this method work to find the answer? Always. You're saying final answer? You're committing to no, is it? Yeah. The advantage of this method is that it always works. As long as there is an answer, it will always find the answer. Okay? So this method is better than the factorizing because it can always find the answer. But there's a big disadvantage. What's that? Well, it can be much longer, especially if you had like a number here. Yeah. It can be much longer. But at least it always finds an answer. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So now that we've done this, let's do some sketches. Can I scroll down? Yeah? Was that a no? Yeah. Right. Sketch this one here. Okay. Does this have factors? Does it have factors? I think it does. What are the factors? 1, 9. 1 and 9. Yeah. So let's find, what I want to find is where it crosses the y-axis and where it crosses the x-axis. So first, let's do the where it crosses the y. How do I find that? We say let x equal 0. So if x equals 0, y equals 9. So this is our first point, 0, 9. Now let's find where it crosses the x-axis. We let y equal 0. So that means x plus 1, x plus 9 equals 0. So what does x equal? Yeah, minus 1 or minus 9. So now we have minus 1, 0 and minus 9, 0. So we have enough information. We have here this point, and then we have a point here. So the graph looks like this. And in the exam, you should at least write the points in here. Like this one is minus 1, 0. This one here is minus 9, 0. And this one here is 0, 9. No, that's a sketch. Yeah. Okay, so write this down, please. So this is what you can do if there are factors. And does anybody remember the name of these points on the x-axis? Oh, well, firstly, what's this one called? Up the top here. Almost. Y-intercept. Yeah. And these two? These are called the roots. Will there always be roots? No, because sometimes the graph might be above, like this. Then there are no roots. Will there always be a minimum or a maximum?
Yes.
Yes. So we can use complete the square to find the turning point, and we definitely will get an answer. Let's have a look at that. Can I go down? Yep. Okay. So let's say sketch this. So in this graph, I shall find the y-intercept and the turning point instead of the roots. So to find the turning point, we need to use complete the square. So here we have y equals 2 bracket x squared plus 16x plus 137 over 2. So y equals 2 bracket x plus 8 squared, and then 137 over 2 minus 64. So 137 over 2 minus 64, 9 over 2. Yeah. Now you can actually see that this has no roots. So the part I'm going to write in red, you don't need to write that down. Okay, so don't write down the red part. So watch what happens if I try to find when y equals 0. I get this. Yeah? Which gives me this. And now I have a problem. Because I can do this, but I can't do this. So this is a good example to show you that it's not always possible to find the roots, but it is always possible to find the turning point. Where would the turning point be here? What's the x? Minus 8. Oh, sorry, I should really put the 2 back in here. So this cancels. And the y? 9. Yeah? Yeah, I just multiplied the 2 back in at the end. Is this a max or a min? And you can look here or you can look here to decide. It's a min. Now, where does this cross the y-axis? If I make x equals 0, what's y? Yeah, now everybody's looking here, right? Why not look here? Yeah. So, what is the y? 137. Yeah. Okay, so here is the point 0, 137, and then here minus 8, 9, which I'll put here. Now this is a turning point. So this means when the graph comes down to it, what happens? Goes back up, it turns, just like the name. Okay, so here we go. This is y, and then this here is x. Yeah? No? Yeah? So, in the exam, if they ask you to sketch, sometimes the question has two parts. So, for example, if the first part of the question asked you to factorize, and then they ask you to sketch, well then of course you know that there are roots. If the first part asks you to complete the square, then maybe there's no roots and you can just find the turning point. But sometimes you can do both. Well, a lot of the times you can do both. So like for example here, will this have roots? Yes. Will it have a y-intercept? Yes. Yeah. And then will it have a minimum? Yes. Yeah. Now, unless the question tells you, you don't have to find all of these points. So of course, if the question said find them, you need to find them. But if the question just said sketch, I would be happy if you gave me these 3 points. These would be the best 3 to give. But if you gave me this point and this point as well, that would be okay too. Sometimes you can do all of the points. So we'll do one more example where we find all of the points. Okay? Can I go down? Yeah. In fact, I'll let you try it and then I'll do it. X squared plus 3x plus 2. So that's not very difficult. So what I want you to do is draw this and give me all the points. Roots, y-intercept and turning point. Okay. Finished? Okay, looks like some people are finished. So let's have a look at it. So first, easiest point to find is when x equals 0. What's y? 2. So our first point is 0, 2. Okay, next I'll factorize. Y equals x plus 2. x plus 1. So what I'll do next is I'll make y equals 0. So then what's x? Minus 2 or minus 1. So I have here minus 2, 0, and minus 1, 0. Lastly, the turning point. So here will be y equals x plus 3 over 2 squared, right? And then it's 2 minus 9 over 4, isn't it? So minus 5 over 4? No? Yes? Is that right? Yeah? Minus 5 over 4 at the back. So the turning point is minus 3 over 2 and minus 5 over 4. So a quick sketch. No, not too quick. Problem? Let me check. 2 minus 9 over 4. No. 1 over 4. Yeah. 1 over 4. Don't be shy. If you think I'm wrong, tell me, okay? X, Y. Okay, the first one, 0, 2, which can be like here. Next one, minus 2, 0, which can be like here. This one, minus 1, 0, which can be here. And then the last one would be like here. I know this is very, very ugly. So ugly. 0, 2. Oh. And then here, minus 2 and minus 1. And then down here, minus 3 over 2 and minus 1 over 4. Okay, don't do that in the exam. Do it nicer than that. But you get the idea. The graph is a little bit to the left. Okay. Let me just show you something else here. So in the exam, the way the marks work is like this. Usually you get a mark for having the x and the y, you know, and having a couple of numbers on it to show the size. So you usually get a mark for the x and the y. You get a mark for the shape, you know, the shape like this. Not this or not this. Okay, one mark for the shape. And then one mark, you know, for the roots, and then one mark for maybe another point. In other words, you can only get full marks, you know, if you do everything. Sometimes students forget to write x and y, and then they get, you know, 3 out of 4. Don't lose this mark. It's easy to get full marks here. Okay, so let me show you a nice one. X squared plus 3x, was it? Plus 2. Okay. Yeah. So this is what it should look like. Okay. So you can see here that minus 2 is what I got. Oh, actually, I want to show you the Y-intercept as well. Yeah. So minus 2 I got here. Minus 1 I got here. 2 here. And if you look at the minimum, it's around about, let's zoom. Oh, no, wrong way. No, too far. Minus 1.5. And then minus 0.25. Which is exactly what I got as well. Right, let me tell you which questions to try. You can try them for a few minutes and yeah, you can finish them. At least finish the first homework for tomorrow. We have class tomorrow, don't we? Yeah. So for this one, these aren't so difficult. You can do C in each. C in each. 1C, 2C, 3C, and so on. So C. Yeah. Okay, try these for a few minutes.